Airman, a member of an air force. The airman used his survival training to stay hidden until the rescue team arrived. Treacherous, of ground/weather, dangerously unstable or unpredictable. Driving through the mountain pass in a blizzard is extremely treacherous. Dismissing, treating something as unworthy of serious consideration. The official is dismissing the rumors of a potential border closure as total nonsense. Pontiff, the Pope, the head of the Catholic Church. Thousands gathered in the square to hear the pontiff deliver his annual peace message. Flyby, a flight past a point, especially by a spacecraft. The spacecraft's flyby of the moon provided high-resolution images of the lunar surface. Alleged, claimed to be true but not yet proven. The alleged suspect was seen fleeing the scene moments after the alarm went off. Outfield, the outer part of a baseball field. The batter hit a high fly ball deep into the outfield, but it was caught for an out. Courtside, the area immediately next to a sports court. Sitting courtside allows fans to see the intensity of the basketball game up close. Saturating, filling something completely with a particular quality or thing. The military is saturating the region with reconnaissance drones to monitor enemy movement. Warthog, military nickname, the A-10 Thunderbolt II attack jet. A-10. The Warthog is specifically designed for close air support and destroying enemy tanks. Orchestrated, carefully planned or organized. The rescue mission was orchestrated by top intelligence officials over several weeks. Meticulously, with great attention to detail, very carefully. The engineers meticulously checked every wire in the spacecraft before the countdown began. Deliberately, on purpose, intentionally. The pilot deliberately steered the damaged plane away from the residential area. Wreckage, the remains of something that has been badly damaged. Salvage crews are working to recover the wreckage from the bottom of the ocean. Perilous, full of danger or risk. The trek across the frozen tundra is a perilous journey for even the most experienced explorers. Authenticate, to prove that something is genuine or true. Experts are trying to authenticate the signature on the ancient document found in the cave. Rages, of a battle/storm, to continue with great force or intensity. As the forest fire rages on, more firefighters are being sent to help contain it. Evaded, escaped or avoided something through cleverness. The hacker evaded detection for months by using a complex network of proxy servers. Strait, a narrow passage of water connecting two larger bodies of water. Closing the strait would cause a major disruption to global oil supplies. Profanity, blasphemous or obscene language. The broadcast was cut short after a guest used profanity during the live interview. Defiant, showing open resistance or bold disobedience. Despite the international pressure, the regime remains defiant and refuses to negotiate. Tumult, a state of confusion, disorder, or loud noise. The country was in a state of tumult following the sudden resignation of the president. Catholics, members of the Roman Catholic Church. Millions of Catholics travel to the Vatican every year for the Easter celebrations. Colosseum, an ancient amphitheater in Rome. The Colosseum remains one of the most iconic symbols of the Roman Empire's power. Procession, a number of people moving forward in an orderly way. A long funeral procession moved slowly through the streets as the city mourned. Culminating, reaching a climax or point of highest development. The week-long festival is culminating in a spectacular fireworks display tonight. Livelihoods, means of securing the necessities of life. The local fishermen's livelihoods are threatened by the increasing levels of ocean pollution. Implore, to beg someone earnestly or desperately to do something. The families of the hostages implore the government to continue the rescue efforts. Ravaged, severely damaged, devastated. The island was ravaged by the hurricane, leaving thousands of people homeless. Vigil, a period of keeping awake during the time usually spent asleep, especially to keep watch or pray. Friends and family held a candlelight vigil for the missing hiker. Preps, informal preparations. The ground crew is making the final preps for the shuttle launch scheduled for tomorrow. Microgravity, a state in which people or objects appear to be weightless. Conducting experiments in microgravity allows scientists to study fluid dynamics in new ways. Craters, large, bowl-shaped cavities on the surface of a planet or moon. The moon's surface is covered with thousands of craters caused by asteroid impacts. Surpassing, exceeding, or being greater than. This year's crop yield is surpassing all previous records thanks to the perfect weather. Negligent, failing to take proper care in doing something. The company was found negligent for failing to maintain the safety equipment in the factory. Impairment, the state of being weakened or damaged. Driving with any form of visual impairment can be extremely dangerous for everyone on the road. Frantically, in a hurried, excited, or disorganized way. The staff worked frantically to repair the stage before the concert began. Gamecocks, nickname for South Carolina University sports teams. The Gamecocks showed incredible teamwork during the final minutes of the championship game. Subbed, informal, substituted in sports. The star player was subbed out after suffering a minor ankle injury in the third quarter. Exonerated/exoneration, absolved from blame for a fault or wrongdoing. New DNA evidence finally exonerated the man after he spent 10 years in prison. DNA. Outfielder, a player positioned in the outer part of the field. The outfielder made a spectacular diving catch to save the game in the ninth inning. Leaping, jumping, or springing a long way. The athlete made a leaping grab for the ball just before it went over the fence. Slugger, a hard-hitting batter in baseball. The team's best slugger hit 2 home runs during the opening game of the season. Pecking, striking, or biting with a beak. The tiny chick spent hours pecking at its shell before finally breaking free. Debuting, performing or appearing in public for the first time. The young pianist is debuting her original composition at the National Concert Hall. Pelvis, the bony frame at the base of the spine. The doctor confirmed that the patient had fractured her pelvis in the fall. Grueling, extremely tiring and demanding. Completing the marathon in the intense heat was a grueling test of endurance. Recipient, a person who gets or receives something. The Nobel Prize recipient delivered an inspiring speech about the future of green energy.